Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Age of Empires 4 replay. So on the south side is the red Byzantines. We have Elyona, however you pronounce that. On the north side is the magenta Rus. We have liquid DeMu. And since we do have a Rus player on the field, let's switch out of caster mode, go to the not caster mode to take a look at the trade bounties. Both magenta's deer spawned right here. Red does have one here and here. Magenta does find local doggo. We got pair scouts now being brought up by the hunting cabin as well, which is providing 10 gold per minute. It's actually not a half bad hunting cabin at this moment in time. Actually, this map has a large number of small tree deposits, so hunting cabins could be very useful. I mean, placing one right here could net you quite a bit extra gold, for example. Now the wolf will be going down there. It does find one deer deposit. You may be aware of this one. The deer here are dead. These deer are not dead. You have a cistern, just a single cistern. Jen is finding a good number of wolves. And does take out those deer. Grand winery now being employed on the field. You know, I was thinking if you were to put it between the middle of these two berry bushes, maybe you'd affect them both, but I don't think that's actually the case. If you took a look at this map, we do see 2 gold deposits and 2 stone deposits down here for red, so it's great expansion direction for him. Magenta has both gold deposits right here, and 1 large and some stone deposits more in the center. Overall, all of red's resources are a bit more consolidated, barring the deer and the boar, but the gold, stone, and some berries are all very congested in the bottom right. We do have now the Kremlin now going on up. He does have 265 gold, which means he has tier 2 trade bounty. This deer has been spotted there, or been cleaned up. We'll probably need the high trade house to get tier 3 trade bounty. If he puts a nice little bite in the trees here, the high trade bounty can get more, or high trade house will get access to some more trees. Got a round of stone walls or stone aqueducts not being floated on the field. Villagers have activated the equatory defense against scouts. It's probably not really worth it to even engage like that. But either way, does spot the grand winery here. Currently no military units on the field, barring the scouts. Maybe a good idea to go for an early night. Kremlin is here. Got these villagers heading up north. Looks like eyeing for a secondary town center over here. Maybe they're gonna try to claim Pumbaa. Or is now being claimed up here as well. Magenta will need to get out another hunting cabin, which will put it right there. It's actually not half bad hunting cabin spot, which will get some good gold generation. Scouts scouting around, they could perhaps take time to torch down that mining pit. Secondary towns that are being built out on the deer. He could also enrage the boar to attack the town center and then clean up Pumbaa. Red finds another round of sheep there, not bad. Whenever deposits original sheep deposit. And now we've got the Western mercenary contracts now being employed in the field. He could have gotten some Sipahi into mercenary crossbows. Rus tend to go for a large number of knights, horsemen, Streltsy, Age 2 archers. So the mercenary crossbows may not be half bad. He could try for some mercenary royal knights, mercenary horse archers as well. To be honest, mercenary Sabali doesn't seem too half bad. Just tend to go for an H2 early knight archer, and Sabali will give him something a little bit heavier to hit the archers and be heavier against the early knights. We do now have the survival techniques now being researched by the Byzantine player. And boar is now being cleaned on up. And now we've got boar being obtained. He does pull back that villager in time. And sent that villager on to the deer. I just saw the veteran Lumentari research, got now the longbowman being pulled on the field, as well as some Lumentari. Trying to torch down the mining camp. The longbowman will easily keep these scouts at bay. Does go for a round of wooden walls around everything. The scouts can, of course, break down these wooden walls themselves. Town center can fire back, but it has to be garrison villagers. We have a wooden force here with an arrow slit research. And now I've got these villagers heading up over here to clean up the deer deposit, I believe. Or high trade house not being pulled out there. Maybe they're trying to be tasked to build a high trade house, but then second guess himself. Putting it more right here would be better. I think it will cover more trees. Let's go and fast forward the moment. The Byzantine player does have a small group of military units in the field, but nothing too sniffing. Current rate, hopefully the Roost player does go for a large wave of man-at-arms. Regular knights wouldn't be half bad as well. Does spot the Lumentari and the longbowman. Has opportunity to grab some relics as well. Barracks now being built. And Pumbaa has been claimed. We transition to these berries here, but I'm for just a bit of wood. And he does spot this stuff over here, or maybe he is just trying to rotate around. Horse archers deployed on the field. Horse archers are a relatively rare unit. They do offer great base damage, 12 base damage. They do cost 120, so they're not that too expensive. They have a health of 85, so nothing too significant compared to archers or veteran archers, which have what? Veteran archers have like 90 health. They do offer good base damage like crossbows. They offer more mobility than crossbows. They do have 4.5 tile range, attack speed the same speed as crossbows. So basically mounted crossbows without the bonus damage. They do have very similar health to the regular archers, so they do have to rely on the higher damage and less range compared to regular archers. The wooden force is taking some fire there. Lumentari being warded away. Those are trying to try to repair up the wooden force there. May just want to pop off one villager to get them repaired on up. Punches try to destroy the wooden force entirely. Does start the mass repairs there. Oh, we got a number of man-at-arms out in the field as well. Doing some good damage there on the retreating forces. Scouts included, sort of. something noticeable about horse archers is once they get the mounted training, they can activate it to get +2. It says gallop, which suggests speed. Activate the move at max speed, so it sounds like a move with speed and get +2 tile weapon range for 8 seconds. And at +2 range, they'll have 6.5 tile range. If I remember correctly as well, they still have the research. Not well since I last seen horse archers in the field. Yep, they still have the, and also increases the weapon range, horse archer range by 1, unlocks gallop ability. So it would increase the range by +3 in total when gallop is active, in making them even have a longer range than even longbowmen. That can be something very useful. They may not have a hit and run like Magadai, but overall, the extra range makes them a bit more flexible than Magadai, though more micro-intensive. Some of those villagers do go down there, very nice. Men-at-arms does get picked on off, rest of these forces now falling back, taking a bit of damage on everything. And the training, is that Imperial Age? Yes, it is Imperial Age. It's been a very, very long time since I last seen somebody build horse archers. They're very, very rare. They're a good item to hit against both heavy and light. They just have a good base damage, though the attack speed is, of course, a little bit slow. But they're actually a good accompanying item to go along with your knights. Since they can follow knights, they can offer a bit of extra damage at range to aid in knights. They do have the same movement speed as knights as well. So don't be afraid to mix horse archers in with your knights. But we do have a very rare composition of men-at-arms horse archer. I think he wants a low micro unit to go along with men-at-arms, perhaps. But the men-at-arms are also sort of more or less a low micro unit. Maybe he just wants a bit more of a journalist unit to support out his men-at-arms. They do also have a wood cost rather than gold cost, so they are very well. No gold means gold efficiency for the crossbows. In comparison to his opponent's crossbows, they do also too have 12 damage, same attack speed, the 0.5 extra tower range, a little less health. In actuality, crossbows do also have the same cost of 120. So against light targets, horse archers and crossbows are equal. Though horse archers can be affected by Boyar's Fortitude and do also have 5 additional health, but they do receive bonus damage from the veteran horse archers that does do bonus damage versus range, and these are ranged units. So against light targets, horse archers is actually pretty good. You can fly, and seeing your opponent may not go for mass man-at-arms mid transitions, mixing a couple of them. Transitioning them in an interim could be also quite useful before he starts switching to something else, mass production. He's now going for Warrior's Fortitude, which will increase the health of his horse archers by 25. I think people sleep on horse archers a bit too much. Let's just leave it at that. And if he wants to make his opponent burn gold faster than he can, horse archers are just a great way to do that, since they don't cost gold. We do now have the siege engineer research on the way. Siege engineer is now complete. He can pull back or use his archers and crossbows and use them to build some batting rams. His opponent is still not deploying out a good number of heavy, so going for more horse archers rather than crossbows is still a good possibility. Not to mention, his horse archers have now just more health, so they're just simply better as crossbows than the anti-light roll in almost all aspects. The only way they're not What's better is that they will take bonus damage from spearmen, but you try to avoid getting hit by spear in the first place, and then mobility will aid in that. We've got a large round of fortified palisade walls not being blown up by the Rus player now. A couple outposts here. I suppose a horse archer can't build siege weapons like crossbows. So get some damage onto these barracks. Very nice. Luminatory should be focused on pretty quickly, but he's eyeing for more infrastructure damage. Battery Ram's still creeping the way forward. Horseman eyeing for a counterattack. Got a cataphract and horseman over here as well. We have a problem here with 10 charges still available. He does have access to that powerful defensive tool, but the villagers collective deer up here could get hit. There are 4 villagers in this area, not a whole lot of deer remaining either. So he may lose them all, but right now Magenta is doing great damage for his opponent's infrastructure. The Gunborn Tower is producing a round of longbowmen. Over here got more horsemen and cataphract. No outposts in this region, barring this one over here, who's being upgraded to spring golem placement now. The primary town is about to go down. Got a small Byzantine force there. Now got villagers getting hit, but they're being intercepted by some men-at-arms. You just need to kill off these 2 landmarks, and Magenta will win. Villagers still getting hit there. These forces not properly being moved over here. Does hit the horseman. Cataphract will be next. Magenta does have a larger force in the field. Red has a smaller force. Battery Rams getting drawing some fire from the various archer forces. Not good for Red. Agonel is about to get overrun by spearmen. Does pick up the cistern there. Very nice. Breaking the cistern network. Not like it was connecting anything much in this direction either way. But do not have the Mangonel deployed on the field. Jet is starting to fall back there. Should have a small force here. Yes, he can actually a bit more than small force. He does leave behind his crossbows. He can probably detach his horse archers from this formation, let them run back home while doing his crossbows to die. I mentioned it's taking time to regroup his forces. Horse archers being microed on back. A number of spearmen charging the way forward. Does not get connected by the spearmen. Magenta has a nice force here, regrouping. Red's pushing forward. Horsemen going to be picked off relatively soon. More archers and crossbows here. Longbowmen firing away as well. Down south, just wooden fortress stuff. Now got the militia deployed on out on the field. Help bolster Magenta's force. 22 militia can add up quite a bit. Militia do have another 25 seconds before they die from a heart attack. Right up crossbow. Nope, that's a spring gold hitting the towers. A number of archers here, horsemen and cataphracts way forward. The cataphract may want to trample his way forward to the back line. Militia have mostly been cleaned on up, and the rest should be dying from a heart attack now. All the militia are now dead. Crossbows, his one's crossbows still on the field. Now got a Cryo Siphon on the field, Cherio Siphon. Man arms charging way forward. Got the Mangonel. Maybe we'll get a great hit there. Mangonel did not get a good hit there. Far from it. Mangonel taking massive fire from the Man-at-arms do manage to power through the village's repairs. Horsemen will be engaged in the man-at-arms, should be taking that out. Fire siphon still drawing some fire. Melee vulnerability increased damage by 20%. I don't think it really needs that as a debuff anymore. Mangonel rolls a massive miss there as well. Red's Mangonels have not been that useful this game, has it? Oh, and he's trying to hit the horse archers, in which they're doing some great jukes. Should definitely hit this ground, more stationary force than trying to hit horse archers. Red's force is non-existent. Magenta has a very sizable force in the field. Horse archers could try to eye for some villagers. Looks like Magenta stole some stone there. They could eye for proxy keep. Both these are ones upgraded with spring ball placement, getting some damage there. Unlikely these villagers will get that outpost build. Villagers gonna be shanking Plum's villagers. Does cancel the keep there. There's a bit more than the first stone cast. Those villagers will go down. Red does get another round of longbows in the field. 2 rounds of longbow. Going for more longbow now. Process will be going down. Looks like Red has held thanks to a good round of mercenaries. And rest of these forces not being focused down as well. Magenta does need to take time to regroup. Magenta almost has enough resources to age up. In fact, he has a massive reserve of gold. The high trade house right now is providing not a whole lot of gold per minute, 150. Oh, and there is the high armory, being accompanied by a handful of siege workshops. This will give them much needed and necessary mass production of battering rams. He has plenty of wood. In fact, he has plenty of gold and wood, so going for a round of mangonels could be very useful, I would say. Mangonels are, of course, good versus structures, and spring gold damage has been changed. It does now do plus 60 rather than plus 70 versus siege weapons. So let's just say it does 90 damage. It will still two-shot opposing spring golds. A large number of siege weapons have actually gained extra range armor, such as Mangonels. Mangonels now have 30 range armor. Does it take now 3 shots to take out a Mangonel rather than 2 shots? I need to take a look at that. Oh, look at this Mangonel right here. Mangonel has 140 health and 30 range armor. Rio Cypher trying to hit the keep now. Does 90 damage, so 6 damage per shot versus Mangonel. Yeah, we'll take not 3 but 4 shots to take out Mangonel now. Oh, that's actually very, very different. No, the attack speed is much higher. The attack speed is improved by 25%. Or 33%, goes for like 4.212 seconds to 3.12. But in theory now, it should take 4 shots to take. Oh wait, no, it should do 6 damage per shot. So it will 3-shot Mangonels rather than 4-shot Mangonels, or 2-shot. And right now, the spring golds with their high attack speed makes it a little bit more useful against infantry. Makes it also a little bit more generalist. Still not a great item to use against infantry, but it's a little bit more useful. Magenta has now all 6 sites captured up, as well as all relics. Keeping this on the map, got a big wave of 3-axle lightweight beams and battering rams. High armor, of course, reduce the cost of units by siege workshops by 20%. Costing 160. Shouldn't it cost like 200? Wait, did battering rams get a cost reduction? I could have sworn battering rams cost 250. Am I really that out of date in this game? I could have sworn battering rams cost 250. Or maybe just going crazy. But now his 160 wood batting rams, he is going to be pumping them out like crazy. There's going to be a tide of batting rams, isn't there? Also going for a good wave of Schultz spearmen. Here comes the batting rams. That's going to be very hard to deal with all of them. The keep has a bit of damage there. His forces trying to push way forward. Got a bit of fire here, so some of his Schultz has been set on fire, but the damage they receive over time is nothing too significant anymore. Battery rams will go down, or the trio cycles will go down there. Springald's trying to deal with the battery rams now. Springald's higher attack speed while lower base damage will make it so they're a little bit easier to deal with battery rams, probably. And Red is back to the game now. This and great saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.